Hey, Charita, wonderful discussion. Absolutely wonderful. Two things that jumped out at me, and again, really, really well done. First off, as my wife is, who teaches Spanish and has traveled all over the Spanish-speaking world with students, is very quick to point out, um, the somewhat superficial categorization of race is somewhat problematic, and so much as when you say African American or black can be Hispanic, black can be from African heritage. American, what do you call a black person from the UK or from France or from Germany? It's it's very inaccurate. It's very broad and sweeping, and I think you're one of the only students in the class so far, at least the only one that I've seen, that addresses this, and that is a very nuanced position to take. Again, wonderful that you pointed this out. My wife was talking about this just the other day, that she was having a discussion earlier this, or at the end of the school year, with a student, talking about how not all Mexicans, people from Mexico, look the exact same. Some have very, very pale skin, some have very, very dark skin. Some would look black, some would look white, some would look like what this student would perceive as Mexicans, and that you can't have that kind of just overarching understanding of or overgeneralization of skin tone as I guess an understanding of what race should be. So again, wonderful discussion. Your first three paragraphs, very nuanced, solid. The other thing that I think is fascinating is your discussion of commodification, and reducing an entire race to an icon or an artifact. And that is really where many scholars kind of run into problems here, is how do you take an entire culture that has religion, that has ideology, that has hundreds, if not thousands of years of background and traditions, and reduce it into something that can be bought and sold in a store. The flip side of this, though, is, okay, so what if outsiders want to join in a celebration of, a cultural festival? For example, when Dia de los Muertos comes around in Hispanic cultures, how does one join in and celebrate without being accused of a cultural commodification? It is a sticky subject, and it is one that is worthy of debate. I think the question more is worth discussing on a day-to-day basis than it is, though, within those discrete areas, such as cultural festivals, and things of that ilk. Overall, very well done. You look like you are right on target here. Your citations look solid. Yeah, very well done. Good job.